Looking to make your workout more enjoyable and reduce your risk of injury? Join me in this real-time pre-workout warm-up that might actually be a workout if you haven't been exercising lately. Here are just a few of the many reasons why you want to warm up adequately before you pick up those weights. Let's start by performing 6 to 8 reps of each of the following. A plie squat to toes. Stand with your legs wider than hips, toes pointed out slightly, core engaged, shoulders back and down. Drop your bum down to the floor, sweep the arms down between your legs, press through the heels to return all the way to standing, hands up overhead. Make this a nice fluid motion, up and down, knees falling out over toes. Widen your feet just a little bit and come into a lateral lunge position. We want those toes to be pointed forwards or splayed just slightly out. Extend the opposite arm up and over the head, bicep toward the ear. Lengthen the leg that's behind. Concentrate on extending and feeling a stretch through the inner thigh. Taking a short balance break. Stand with your weight on one foot, bend that knee slightly, hug the other knee in tightly to your chest, and hold for 8 to 10 seconds. Switch to the other leg. This is a good way to start warming up those proprioceptors and balance muscles. Leg swings. Find something to hold on to. The leg that's on the inside, that is closest to the wall or whatever you're holding on to, you're going to swing that back and forth with a slight bend in the knee. Concentrate on increasing the range of motion with each swing. Switch to the other side and repeat. You want to avoid making this a jerky motion. Make it as smooth and continuous and comfortable as you possibly can. Now we're going to get into some more movement, into a high knees running or jogging position. You want to lift those feet up so they come off the floor. The knees aren't going to be very high right now because we're still warming up. Make sure you're pumping the arms to get blood flowing to the upper body as well. Then you're going to come into a bodyweight squat position. Feet are under the hips, toes pointed ahead or slightly turned out. Sit your bum down as far as you can comfortably. Remember, you're still not completely warmed up. Counterbalance with the arms out in front. Push through the heels to return to standing. Make each squat a little deeper than the one before. Back lunge to knee drive. Again, we're going to challenge our balance a little bit here as we step back, dropping the back knee into a lunge. Nice 90-degree angles at the knees. And then pull that knee up and pause for a second, balancing on the supporting leg. Again, we're doing 6 to 8 repetitions on each side, increasing that range of motion with each repetition. You should start feeling the hips, the glutes, and the quads start to wake up. I'm getting a little warm, so off comes the jacket. Take that lunge into a crossover lunge, so we want to work a bit here on opening up the hips, stepping that outside leg across the inside leg, coming down into a curtsy, bending the knees. Notice how I'm using my arms again to counterbalance the movement. Switch sides after you've done 6 to 8. You may notice that one side crosses over a little more easily than the other. It's quite common for us to be asymmetric in our strength and mobility. By now you should start feeling a bit warmer. We're going to go into a whole body toe touch to overhead reach. This is going to give you a bit of a stretch through the hamstrings, practicing for a deadlift or any kind of hamstring glute exercises in your workout. Standing with the feet about hip distance apart, reaching those arms straight up to the ceiling, pulling shoulders back and down, and then dropping down, touching the toes with a slight bend in the knees. Here's a nice gentle standing spinal twist. You want to keep your core tight through this one. You'll notice that the legs are moving with the arms, so I'm not just twisting my spine, I'm moving my torso from left to right and right to left. All right, so we're going to perform each of the following for 30 seconds. We're not counting reps anymore. You'll need to set a timer or follow along with me. a squat to stand. So we're making that squat a little bit bigger. We're trying to get some chest and shoulder mobilization happening here. We're dropping down into a squat, reaching the fingertips down to the floor, extending those arms up and overhead, keeping them there as you push back up to standing. You'll notice I'm quite tight through my upper spine and through my shoulders. I can't get my hands directly up over my head from that bottom position. You may be able to, however. A little bit more movement again. Let's get the blood flowing. We're doing seal jacks this time. This is also going to challenge your ability to get that brain working. It's called a seal jack because you're clapping your hands together like a seal claps his flippers together. Hands come in, feet come out. You can make this a little higher impact as you start to get warmed up and feel that blood flowing to the muscles. Good, continuing with the movement and some more upper body expansion. We're coming into an alternating forward lunge with a big overhead reach. If you can reach those hands directly up over the head and even slightly back, you can take a tiny bit of a back bend in this movement as well. Concentrate on proper foot placement of that front foot and dropping the knee down as close to the floor as you can during each of those lunges. A little bit more twist through the upper body. We're adding an elbow to knee reach. Hands are up, fingertips near your ears if you can get them there. Knee will come up, elbow and shoulder of the opposite side of the body will come across. You're going to alternate sides here. Keep your core tight, so belly button pulled into the spine, and you're adding some torso twist movement. Try to bring each knee up a little bit higher than the last. We're going to come into a single leg balance and hop. Side to side hops, one foot, then the other. This is going to challenge strength, power, get the core stabilizers working just a little bit with your balance, and switch to the other side. You'll notice that I'm a little bit better at balancing on my right leg than my left leg. You may again find this kind of asymmetry as well. Heart rate should be coming up. You should be feeling warm and just about ready to get into your workout. We're going to finish here with an upper body stabilization exercise, a high plank. So hands are directly under the elbows and the shoulders. Bum cheeks are tight, belly buttons pulled in towards your spine. Shoulders are back and down. So there we go. If we want to add a little bit of something to it, you can lift one leg up, put it back on the floor, and lift the other leg up without any rotation through your torso. This might be a warm-up for you. This might have just been your workout. If you like this warm-up video, please give it a thumbs up and visit my website, fitnitchick.com, for lots of great workouts that you can do now that your body's all warmed up and ready to go.